being racist toward white people is still racism.
I can't even believe I'm having to say this.
Like, for someone to not be in support of racism, but to then openly be racist toward an entire ethnicity of people on these platforms by essentially saying that we're not going to hire these people explicitly because of their ethnicity is wild. What's up, world? Welcome back to Cancel Thoughts. It's your boy Better Days here. For as long as I can remember now, it seems like every single year we're getting crazier and crazier as a society, particularly in the Western world. And I think it's in no small part because of the proliferation of social media throughout our entire culture and kind of the increased capability of people with fringe ideologies to kind of find each other. And I think it's manifesting itself in a very deleterious way in our society. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about a video or a clip, a really small one actually, as a matter of fact, that's been going viral on the internet that was first shared, I believe, by libs of TikTok, with a lady essentially being openly racist toward white people in the gaming industry. And what she was essentially commissioned to do was create a game, which, for anybody who knows anything about the gaming industry as a whole, what you want to do as a game developer is to create a game and really have it appeal to as many people as possible, because gaming, like many other industries in our society, is predicated on consumerism. And this lady essentially did the exact opposite of that. But before we get into the guy, you guys already know what I'm about to ask you guys to do. I need you guys to hit the like and subscribe button for more content. I'm trying to make sure as many people find this channel as possible, and the only way I'm gonna do that is with you guys' help. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna be showing you guys two clips. The first one is a really small excerpt of the clip because I couldn't necessarily find the whole one, but Nerdrotic had it in his opening clip or whatever. So I'm gonna be playing that small clip, but then I'm also gonna be playing the whole clip from libs of TikTok. So let's get right into it.
I am clearly not a white person. I'm clearly not a white man. I'm a black non-binary woman. So it was pretty difficult for me because a lot of people did not take me seriously when I first joined the industry, which I think is kind of crazy because I'm making a game just like everyone else, so why wouldn't you take me seriously?
That's the whole part of the clip that I really want to play here, because it's really weird to me how someone who's supposed to be getting commissioned to create a game is first off inserting their identity into all of this. It's like, what does it fucking matter what your identity is? That's number one. Number two, I thought being non-binary meant you weren't either a man or a woman, but what you just said there was you are a non-binary woman. So if anyone knows anything about this, please let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really lost on some of this stuff. I try to be respectful to people, but
I'm confused.
Sometimes there's just so much nonsense that I think that they don't really understand, and they don't really have the functional capacity to just dissect some of the things that they say out loud. You're like, well, I am a non-binary black woman.
Whatever the hell that means.
And I'm just like, okay, what does your ability to be able to create a game have to do with you being black, non-binary, or you being a woman? If you can create a good game, nobody gives a fuck what your identity is. No one cares anything about that. So the fact that you're even bringing that up and talking about, well, this is probably why people don't take me seriously. And it's like, well, people may have not taken you seriously. I don't know your background. I don't know the history that you've gone through in the gaming industry. But to kind of attribute them not taking you seriously to your ethnicity, your gender, or your orientation is so wild to me. It's just like, yo,
Maybe you just suck.
if you make shitty games, why should anyone take you seriously? And I've never heard of this person, so I don't know if they make shitty games or not, but to kind of attribute your success or lack thereof to your identity in any way, shape, or form just screams to me that you're looking for an excuse and looking for ways to blame other people for your inadequacies. We're going to get into that second clip in a little bit, but I want people to really think about what we see in some of these people, because they don't really make any sense. They just talk and they look for sympathy in terms of just trying to be kind of marketing themselves as an oppressed person. And it's just like, yo, no one cares about your identity if you're doing what you were commissioned to do. I don't get it whatsoever. But let's get into the second clip, because the second clip is wilder to me.
Right now, for Validate, it's a pretty big team. It's a crazy big team for indie games. But who is your team? Validate has a team of mostly all people of color. We have no white people on our team. I did that because I wanted to create a safe environment. And I know the best way for an environment to be safe is to be around people who are just like me.
I have a very major problem with everything she just said there, and you guys can probably kind of insinuate as to where I'm going with this. It's like, all right, who is your team is kind of a question that's predicated on, okay, tell me about your team. It doesn't necessarily say tell me about the ethnicity of your team. So for you to insert the ethnicities of everybody in your team, that's wild.
It's unnecessary.
That's number one. Let's take that aside there. But to then single out that there is no white people on your team, it's like, yo,
That's racist.
do these people hear themselves? If you are a game developer and you're trying to make a successful game, whether you like it or not, white people make up, I believe, the majority of the population in the country. Why would you go on a platform as big as this one and essentially alienate the majority of people who would have otherwise probably been interested somewhat in your game?
Are you stupid?
Now, no one is going to be interested in your game whatsoever. And it's just like, yo, what is wrong with you? And then to then say, well, I'm not necessarily like, dude, oh my God. To say that white people are creating an unsafe environment for you is so wild to me. It's like, well, you wanted to create an environment that was safe for you because you know that the white people make you uncomfortable. It's like, are you high?
You have to be.
Like,
And I'm not saying that white people in the industry are creating unsafe environments. I'm not saying that. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying that sometimes it is hard to work with white people because they think that something made okay, but it was really a microaggression.
First things first, that's exactly what you were saying. You were literally saying by not having white people in your group that it made it safer. So what you're insinuating is that if you had white people in your group, it would have been an unsafe environment. So you're literally contradicting yourself in the statement that you made there.
Dummy.
That's number one. Number two, what gives you the unmitigated gall to feel like you can go on an open platform and just completely denigrate an entire ethnicity of people and feel so smug in doing so and just feel like, where is the consequence for these people? And listen, I'm not necessarily someone who believes that people shouldn't be allowed to speak, but the more you allow these people to speak, and again, I'm a freedom of speech person, but
I can't stand this!
a lot of people need to just shut the fuck up. Like, I'm sorry, like, you shouldn't be talking about any of it. You have the thoughts that you want, and again, you should be free to say whatever you want, but when you're saying such dumb, stupid things and just inflaming an entire group of, it's like, what is wrong with you? And then the fact that she's black bothers me even more because this person is a representation of us in whatever way, shape, or form that people like take her in. She looks like me, and to have someone who looks like me in any way talk with such nonsensical logic, it makes me feel bad for what we're giving out to the public and our public perception. It's just like, yo, you're stupid. I cannot help but you're stupid. To even think that your lack of success or your success in a particular industry is predicated on the people you have around you in terms of their ethnicity is wild to me. The people who should be on your group are the people who are best at doing their job. It shouldn't have anything to do with their ethnicity, shouldn't have anything to do with their gender, shouldn't have anything to do with their sexual orientations. It shouldn't matter at all, because at the end of the day, what you would consider, I'm so upset right now that I can't even I can't even get my thoughts in a row. You were commissioned to make a game that was supposed to be for everyone, because that is what gaming is about. You are literally shooting yourself in the foot before your game even comes out by putting out something like this and talking about it. Oh my God, bro. Like,
How does this help you?
I'm gonna play the last part of this and then I'm gonna end the video, but it's so wild.
And no one wants to deal with that while you're trying to make a game that they love.
All right, that's the end of the video then. Oh my God. All right, I'm going to end off this video by saying this. I don't understand the logic of some of these people when they go on these platforms and speak so openly about this, because, and I'm not saying people shouldn't be able to speak openly. I actually think that people having their stupid ideologies and having it brought to the forefront is a perfect example and a perfect opportunity for people who have better ideas to speak and disprove some of their nonsensical thinking.
So that's good.
When they talk about stuff like this and these kind of things go viral in the way this clip goes viral, all it does is stoke the fires of division. And especially in a election year where there's one side of people who are really trying to stoke the fires of division because that's the only way I think they're going to win the election. It's really wild to me that some of these things are just able to just be spread to the mass public, and it's really, really wild to me. And I'm going to end it off by saying this: being racist toward white people is still racism.
I can't even believe I'm having to say this.
Like, for someone to not be in support of racism, but to then openly be racist toward an entire ethnicity of people on these platforms by essentially saying that we're not going to hire these people explicitly because of their ethnicity is wild. Like, what the fuck? Like, what gives you and I know I sound very, very repetitive in saying this, but what gives you the gall to even go on this platform and say some of the things that you're saying? Now, let me know in the comments down below, guys. What do you guys think about this person?
I'm serious. I want to know.
What do you guys think about the game? I think it's called Validate or something. It looks like a shitty game to me, and it doesn't look, and I'm not even a really big gamer. I stopped gaming about a few years ago, but even if I was a gamer and I heard this person speak, that would make me not want to purchase the game or even play the game. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you are a gamer, let me know if anything she said there made you interested in what she is going to be releasing via the game in a couple of years. I don't even know how long game development takes. I'm pretty sure it takes a really long time because of the details of the games, but let me know if you're gonna be buying this game, if you're interested in any way, shape, or form in playing this game or anything like that. Let me know in the comments down below. As always, guys, thanks for joining me on this video. You guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I really, really appreciate you.
If you liked what you heard today, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you didn't like what you heard, thanks for watching the whole video. Consider leaving a comment in the comment section and telling me exactly what you disagreed with. Either way, thanks for joining me on this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.